You know that feeling of dreaming about finally a nice and something great comes to you? The quiet question that shows up when the house is still and your brain finally has room to speak. What if? What if a miracle would happen? What if I could change something? What if I tried again? What if this time it works? We all carry a pocket full of what ifs. Some are noble and global. What if there were no wars, no hunger, no kids going to bed afraid? Others are close to the bone. What if I finally win big? What if I meet someone who sees me? What if I clear my debts and breathe again? The question itself is neutral. The story you attach to it is not. Someone I coach swears he is fine being alone. I am used to it, he says. Staying single is okay. And yes, it is brave to accept your life as it is. I love alone time too. But in his case, it was not acceptance. It was self-abandonment dressed as wisdom. He had few relationships, often felt unseen, often got rejected, and now he's in his 50s. Somewhere between the breakups and the heartaches, he locked his own desire in a closet and swallowed the key. Not because wanting was wrong, but because wanting had started to hurt. If you crash your bike 100 times, you eventually stop riding. Not because you hate bikes, but because your knees remember the pavement. What if can open a door or build a wall? What if I apply and they say yes? What if I apply and I get rejected again? Same question, completely different life. And it is not only about love. Sometimes life feels mathematically impossible. Depths so deep you cannot see daylight. I have seen this too. The mind says there is no path, but not seeing a path is not proof. There is no path. Your perception is not a verdict. The past has proven that many people walk out of holes they once called permanent. The fact that you cannot see the solution today is not evidence that the solution does not exist. We turn negative. What ifs into a lifestyle without noticing. I've been rejected 100 times, so of course it will go wrong again. That is not reality. That is a forecast with zero curiosity. Previous losses do not reduce the possibility of a future win in a game of chance, and in real life your odds often improve because you're learning with each attempt. For the record, I am not inviting you to start gambling. I'm inviting you to notice how quickly your mind sells certainty, even when all it has is fear and a sample size of pain. Dreams die quietly when we rehearse the worst, and when we stop dreaming, we stop moving. Nothing changes because nothing is attempted. I cannot win a lottery without a ticket. I will not meet a partner if I never dare to date. I will not get out of debt if I do not learn new skills, apply, ask, and show up. Courage is not an attitude. Courage is a habit. It grows where inspiration is fed. So let us feed it. Let us reclaim. What if as fuel instead of our fear? Speak it in the positive, out loud, like you are daring the universe and your nervous system to meet you halfway. What if I send one message today? Not 50. What if I apply for one role that feels slightly out of reach? Not the one I could do in my sleep. What if I take one honest look at my spending and make one decision that frees up space? Small acts, real evidence, bricks you can stack. There's a second piece here, and it matters. Congruence. If your what if does not match your values, you will sabotage yourself without noticing. Say you want love, but you treat your evenings like a bunker and your heart like a museum. Say you want freedom, but you refuse every opportunity that might make you feel seen. The system jams. You think you lack discipline. You do not. You lack alignment. When your what if aligns with what you actually value, friction drops and momentum begins to feel like gravity. back to the man I coach, I did not tell him to go find the one by Friday. I asked a different what if. What if you simply let yourself want again? What if you turn wanting into one honest action this week? A walk with someone. Coffee with a friend of a friend. A profile that sounds like you, not a sales pitch. Not to get a ring. To get your courage breathing again. Life rarely rewards clever prediction. It rewards tiny proof. Negative forecasts feel safe because they protect you from disappointment, but they also protect you from your own future. Positive what ifs feel risky because they expose you to hope. Hope is pressure you can lift with action. One call, one application, one evening out of the bunker, one lesson learned when it does not work yet. If money is your mountain right now, remember this. Debt creates tunnel vision. The tunnel is real, but it is not the whole map. Your next step is not to imagine the entire escape route. Your next step is to make one decision that increases options. Learn one marketable skill. Ask one person for a call. Reduce one recurring cost. Apply once more with a better story. The map appears as you move. Tonight, write down 3 positive what-ifs that actually matter to you. Not impressive ones, true ones. Then pick the smallest action that would make each one 1% more real. Send the message. Open the course page. Put the coffee on the calendar. Do it before your brain starts a committee meeting about it. Then notice how your chest loosens just a little when you keep a promise to yourself. This is how it starts, not with a cinematic montage of overnight transformation, with small, honest, brave choices that stack into a life you can stand inside. What if is not a threat, it is an invitation. Answer it, and your world begins to move.